Hello friends, my name is Theo, and today in this exciting Meissner Media tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at recreating a look from Beyonce's new video for All Night. Cool video. We're going to be doing one of the sunset looks. It's going to be sweet. It's pretty simple. It's a very sort of, common technique that you'll use, but it looks good in their video, so it'll look good in yours. So I've got this sweet footage of me on the phone with Michelle from YouTube, who is telling me, Theo, if you want people to watch your videos, you need better descriptions. And I'm saying, okay. Sweet sunglasses. So the first thing we're going to do, like we would with any sort of piece of flat footage, is up the contrast a bit until it's looking good. And in the all night video, the darkest portions of the region go all the way to 0. So it's going to sort of get that. And I'm referencing scopes on another screen just so I can see. I don't want to clip too far. I just want it to touch the bottom. So I'll even bring these up a little bit because I don't want the image to be too dark. So that's about all the scopes work I'm going to be doing from this. So side note from color grading that a lot of people seem to not get, what you're looking at is pretty accurate. So you shouldn't be grading all the way from the scopes unless you're doing something very technical, like you're doing some shot matching or you're checking, for broadcast and stuff. If you're doing look building and stuff, trust your eyes because your eyes are right, unless you have color blindness or something, in which case you're some sort of superhero colorist. So good on you. Next thing I'm going to do, increase the saturation a little bit just so I can see what we're doing with this guy. And now I'm going to do this next step in the same node because I'm being conservative today. I'm going to go to our log portion of our color wheel and we're going to bring our midtones down to blue. Real common thing. You see how much is happening. We're going to adjust our low range so you can see it getting into the shadows there. That's looking pretty bad, but we'll change around what we're doing. And our high range. So we just sort of hopefully getting right about there. And now I'll move this guy around a little bit more until we're sort of getting what we want. I think right about there is good to start. Then in another node, we're going to do the same thing but in the opposite direction. Take our log midtones and make them warm. Bring our low range up a little bit, high range up. We're just trying to get our skin to look a little bit more skinish. So right about there, we're looking good. That's definitely a little bit much going on, so I'll bring it back here. And what I'll also do is to get it out of the grass, because we want this grass to be a little bit more on the greener side. They probably didn't have to do this in their video, but we're going to do it in ours. So we're going to qualify our skin, and just like that, we're already getting a lot better. But that's sort of a bit much for me. So I will go ahead and blur it, and then I'll just bring the overall intensity down with our output gain. Now it's looking nice and a lot more natural. So now one more little node, pretty nice and easy. We're going to go to our curves, go to our luminance versus saturation, and this, just like it says, allows you to adjust the saturation in the image depending on the luminance. So if you see we make the upper mids all the way desaturated, desaturates them. But we're not going to do that because we're going to add some more saturation to our lower mids here, which is where most of our detail is. So skin and this background stuff. Desaturate the shadows a little bit, and that's a little bit too saturated for me. Let's sort of bring it back down. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Now I really want some more color in this part, so I'm going to see if I can, just because my source material had so little color in it. That's looking pretty good. We'll go and adjust our skin a little bit, make it stick out a little bit less. So right about there is looking good. I'll do a little bit more overall correction to this. Here, I probably will even just use a simple little curves. I just want it to be a little bit less contrasty. So now that's feeling a little bit dark. So I'm going to go increase our gamma just a little bit, increase our saturation just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and decrease the opacity of this, and I'm just sort of tweaking around because it feels not quite there yet. So we'll take this guy down a bit. Oh yeah, that's helping out a lot. So right there, I'll even desaturate the skin a little bit. So yeah, that's helping out a lot. Yeah, I think the last thing to do is to just brighten it back up a little bit. So I'm going to do that with curves. Bring our darks back in. That's feeling pretty accurate. Oh, and there's one more thing you have to do, obviously. You would normally go to timeline, output blanking, and select something like 2.4 to 1, but they are using something way crazier than that. So, timeline, output blanking, make it back to normal. Then, in whatever node you want pretty much, you go to sizing, go to output sizing, bring the top way down. We'll say 280 because that'll be easy. Make this one 800. That seems about right. And now since we're sort of all over the place composition wise, let's play this back first and see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So there we go. I think that is, pretty good considering there's about, $60,000 to $100,000 difference in the camera rigs we shot this on. And of course, it would help a lot to have the Queen Bee in the shot as opposed to, Theo on the phone. So, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. No matter what, leave your feelings down in the comments below. Tell me what you thought of Beyonce's new video, because everyone likes Beyonce. That's just a fact. Check out meisnermedia.com/products for all your sort of making stuff look better needs. House LUTs, Carnival power grades, which people have been loving recently, which is cool. Lens junk, which is dope. Bright lights, all sorts of good stuff. Check them out. Also be sure to share this video with your friends because I know everyone wants to make their own Beyonce music video. So now you know how to do part of it. Once again, I've been Theo with Meisner Media. Hope you have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye.